How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we have some big news on a top female star returning to WWE soon, WWE discussing big things for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39, and a whole lot more. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest wrestling news. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have a big injury update on Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. So even though Survivor Series Wargames went down several weeks ago, it looks like Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre are currently dealing with injuries that they suffered at the event, as Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that both Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre are unable to compete right now due to suffering ruptured eardrums at Survivor Series. However, the good news is that their injuries are short-term, and they should be back pretty soon. Next up, we have some news on WWE's potential plan for Chelsea Green's return. So even though Chelsea Green has still not officially made her return to WWE, apparently WWE has talked about giving her her own TV show, as Dave Meltzer reports that there has been talk between E and WWE of Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona having their own reality TV show. Furthermore, Chelsea Green is considered to be back already, with Triple H also trying to re-sign Matt Cardona. Next, we have some news on WWE discussing big things for Roman Reigns during Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania 39. So in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reports that WWE is considering having Roman Reigns wrestle on both nights of WrestleMania 39 with matches against The Rock and Cody Rhodes. However, it is important to note that nothing has been finalized, but reports state that Triple H is unlikely to have that happen at this stage. Next up, we have some big news that a top female star is returning to WWE very soon. So following Becky Lynch's recent return to WWE after several months of being on the sidelines due to a shoulder injury, it looks like another top star is also set to return very soon, as Dave Meltzer reports that WWE Creative is currently making plans for Charlotte Flair's return to the company. So with the Royal Rumble being just around the corner, it would make sense for Charlotte Flair to return at the event. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today. Starting off with our first topic, we did have a big injury update on Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, and Dave Meltzer did report in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that actually Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre are dealing with the same injury that they suffered at Survivor Series, that being ruptured eardrums. However, the good news is that their injuries are short-term and they are expected to return to in-ring competition pretty soon. The next story that we talked about was some news on potential plans for Chelsea Green's return to WWE, and Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that there has been talk between the E! Network and WWE about giving Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona their own reality TV show if they return to WWE, and the report also stated that Triple H is also trying to re-sign Matt Cardona, and in my opinion guys, I do think that Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green will eventually make their return to WWE, and I just think that it's a matter of time, potentially at the Royal Rumble. Next, we talked about WWE discussing big things for Roman Reigns during Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania 39, and the Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that there have been discussions within WWE about having Roman Reigns wrestle on both nights of WrestleMania 39, and his opponents would be The Rock and Cody Rhodes. However, it is important to note, guys, that nothing has been finalized, nothing has been set in stone, and also reports state that Triple H is unlikely to have that happen at this stage. But in my opinion, guys, I do think that it is a possibility possibility that we see Roman Reigns compete on night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania 39. That would be very huge to see. The next story that we talked about was on a big female star returning to WWE soon, and the Wrestling Observer is reporting that WWE Creative is making plans for Charlotte Flair's return to the company. And it's been several months now since Charlotte Flair last appeared on WWE television, so it does look like they are getting ready to have her return. And with the Royal Rumble pretty much just a few weeks away, I wouldn't be surprised to see Charlotte return there and potentially even win the Women's Royal Rumble match. So with that being said, guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Please make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.